We're here in Pembroke, North Carolina. Non-conference volleyball action for the Braves tonight as the Claflin Panthers have moved their way up Highway 95 to take on UNCP this evening. Pleasant good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court alongside Joseph Thornton. I'm Trevor Williams, and we're glad that you can be with us tonight for Braves volleyball. Joseph, this UNC Pembroke team, they've had it a little bit of a rough time the last couple matches, but they're excited about this match, a chance to take on a team they've had success against.
Exactly. I mean, UNC Pembroke is 5-0 all-time against Claflin, which is really good considering the fact that UNC Pembroke has kind of a bad history with a lot of teams. But UNC Pembroke has a great chance to pull off another huge win here tonight.
Big part of that is having Bailey Jones, one of the very important setters, back for the Braves. Missed 7 matches prior to earlier this week at Francis Marion with an injury, but she is back for the Braves tonight. On the other side for Claflin, the Panthers, they had a mighty season a year ago, Joseph. 2016, a year to remember for the Panthers.
Absolutely. A 19-8 season, one of the best seasons they've had in a long time, and they fell just one game short of reaching the NCAA tournament. So you know that's got to stink for these Claflin girls here tonight.
They are excited to try to get back there. A lot of work to do at just 4-9 on the season. First step of that is a non-conference win against the Braves. UNCP trying to surpass its win total from a year ago. We'll see if the Braves can get it done right after this here on the UNCP Sports Network.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
When it comes to saving money,
What?
don't act like a baby.
Oh, it's like they're having their own little meeting. This is so humiliating.
Be the boss
I'm the boss.
What the?
Power nap. You were saying.
and make a budget.
Let's get to work.
Need a little help?
Stacy, read back the notes.
I can't read. What's it say?
Create a personalized savings plan and get other tools and tips
We can share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
at feedthepig.org.
Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieved a lot of the financial burden.
Welcome back into Pembroke, North Carolina. Trevor Williams with you, where tonight it is UNC Pembroke and Claflin University alongside me, Joseph Thornton. Glad to have all of you with us tonight for Braves volleyball. Joseph, exciting match tonight for the Braves to try to pick up a 4th win on the season.
I know, and this will be a really good mark for UNCP because they only had 3 wins all of last year. So for them to get a 4th win tonight would be very huge.
Yep, it would be exactly what the Braves are looking for. 3-14 on the season, 0-5 in the Peach Belt. Not a Peach Belt match tonight as they welcome in Claflin out of the SIAC. Claflin 4-9 on the year, 4-5 in the SIAC. That's for 4th in the East after they won the East Division a season ago. So the bunch in black out of Orangeburg, South Carolina, Claflin, their starters look like this. Ashley Green, along with Alicia Perez, or excuse me, Ashley Green, let's try that again. Alexia Herring, Jordan Wallace, De'Ara Lewis, Shania Rispress, Jewel Moody, and Jai Piper Murals. For the Braves, Michaela Elliott, April Tankersley, Bailey Jones, Amber Tyndall, Michelle Voyer, Madeline Ashwell, and Casey Bell is the libero. First serve to be owned by Alexia Herring. Goes right over to Amber Tyndall on the first try of the night, and she's solo blocked. That time plugging it up was Shania Rispress. Starts off with a Claflin point on the block. Claflin averaging 2 blocks per set. It's a little higher than the Braves at 190% this season. So the Panthers with the first point of the day. Chance for a service ace, but Casey Bell is going to run it down. Madeline Ashwell had a little trouble playing it with the hands to start. Center seam set is good for the kill from Jordan Wallace.
I tell you what, Claflin's getting off to a hot start early on.
First couple points to Claflin. Jordan Wallace, one to watch for. The junior middle hitter the label has a hit percentage of .256 this year with 116 kills now. Jones from close to the net trying to set up Michelle Voyer, and it's wide on the far side. Voyer had a good match at Francis Marion earlier this week, but these first 3 points all to Claflin. Voyer went into double-digit kills, best outing for her in her Brave career. The serve at Casey Bell. Bailey Jones sets it for April Tankersley. Just dropped it over, kept up in a fourth contact. Initially, Alexia Herring was able to get to it, but April Tankersley grabs the first Braves kill of the match. Anna Hines will be serving for the Braves. First chance for them on the stripe. The Salemburg, North Carolina native is a sophomore. Set comes over to the near side pin, up over a couple blockers. Casey Bell digs it out behind. Over to Madeline Ashwell. A big dig out back by Herring. Went back to the Braves, a free ball around, and turned towards Hines in the back row. Over to Tyndall along the right side, and the kill for the Braves. UNCP right away grabbing a couple points. There's the head coach of the Braves, Ellen McGill. Season number 3 for Coach McGill. 14 wins at UNC Pembroke in these 3 years. Free ball sent back to the Braves by Ashley Green. Jones back sets the slide for Tankersley. Barely got upon it. The overpass for Ashwell to put it down. And just like that, Joseph, a little run for the Braves to get it back even.
Tied at 3 here in the early going after a hot start by UNC Pembroke in the last few minutes. So let's see what they can do here.
So it's a 3-3 score. Your screen has it at 4-3, but it's 3-3 in set number 1. Bailey Jones setting it over to the left side for Ashwell. From the opposite side, little roll shot in for the Braves. Point to take the lead on the run.
And sometimes those roll shots can work better than kills do.
Yeah, a little bit of a change of pace. Kind of drop it over the blockers. Hines with the serve. Diving up to get to it was Herring. Set up and put down in the back by Claflin to even it at 4. And that puts an end to a 4-0 Braves scoring run. That kill by De'Ara Lewis. Lewis is a graduate student outside hitter who started at the University of South Carolina. Played a few different spots before ending up with Claflin for this 2017 season. Braves control back in the middle, and the set a little out of system for April Tankersley and couldn't get the right hand to it. Bailey Jones, though, the Braves happy to see her back as a setter after missing 7 games with an injury.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Bailey is definitely one of the leaders on this Braves volleyball team. So I'm sure it's done without her being on the court.
They're happy to get her back at Francis Marion. The shot a little bit wide. Now you take a look at the head coach for Claflin. That is Mary Rotimi. Rotimi has 14 wins in her coaching career at the NCAA level. 10 of them in the Division III ranks at Cedar Crest College. She's assisted by Shimane Ginyer. Another kill for Claflin. It's going to edge the Panthers ahead just slightly. So after Madeline Ashwell was able to get one for the Braves, it was Jordan Wallace. And Jordan is the player that you're going to be watching tonight, a Defensive Player of the Year in the SIAC last year and a first-team all-conference selection. Michaela Elliott towards the back, one punch to it by Herring to help keep it alive back to the Braves side. Jones sets it up for Ashwell, off the blockers and down. And Madeline Ashwell adding to her early kill total with already a 4th of the night.
Wow, Madeline Ashwell, 4 kills already on the night, so she could be in the running for a big night.
4 kills on 6 attempts, hitting .667. The Braves at .231 as a team. Amber Tyndall with the opportunity to serve. Went right at Piper Murals, the libero. Braves slap it back for a moment over the blockers, and no touch signaled against UNC Pembroke. Jordan Wallace had the try on the attack, but a little too long. Amber Tyndall doesn't serve a lot for the Braves. Had 1 service error coming in, no aces. Most of the time she was taken off the floor. That's a pretty good looking serve in these first couple tries. Free ball back to the Braves. Jones sets it up on a slide for Michaela Elliott. Tries the roll shot. And the point to the Braves. Net violation was signaled as well. We'll see what Tyndall has again on the stripe. 3rd serve for the native of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Junior right side hitter stands at 6 feet tall. Blasted at De'Ara Lewis. Off the right side, the Braves block it down. Ashwell and Elliott up for it. There's a strong suit on this team, Joseph. It's the block for UNC Pembroke.
Absolutely, and Michaela's only a sophomore. I mean, she is really transferring into a team leader.
Off that right side, angle a little wide. The Braves trying to avoid the touch. They do. Getting their hands out of the way of Ashley Green, the senior, who came in blazing. Only has 9 kills this year. Another Brave point. It's been a couple UNC Pembroke runs, 2 4-0 runs already in this opening set. Tyndall to serve with it again, right at Piper Murals. Green has to send the free ball. Elliott sets it up. Bailey Jones right back to Ashwell, and it's tipped out of the back row. Another Brave point, a 5-0 run. And right now you have to wonder why Amber Tyndall wasn't serving a lot this season. The serve has been very tough to handle for Claflin.
Very tough to handle, and it seems that the Braves are really benefiting from Amber Tyndall serving.
Previously at Cape Fear Community College, this time the service error. But certainly a nice run by the Braves. They rattled off 5 straight to break the 6-6 tie and take a lead in set number 1. They'll give Claflin a chance to turn it over to De'Ara Lewis to serve. The graduate student, as we said, out of Columbia, South Carolina, about an hour to the east of Orangeburg. Ashwell up over a couple blockers. Continued out back by Green, turned by Jones, and it ends up riding off the forehead of Shania Rispres. Another Brave point. You gotta like that quick turn that Bailey Jones allows to be able to pick up those kills.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Number 14 for her on the season. Came in with the team's best hitting percentage as the setter at .296. That's because she's been fairly successful when implementing those change of pace skills. Abby Farr to serve for the Braves, a sophomore out of Greer, South Carolina, previously from Jacksonville State. Set goes back right, kept up by Voyer, and then the net violation called against Ashley Green. Slid under the net over that center court line. Braves by 6.
Braves are on a hot start here in the first set. Let's see if they can keep it going.
That's what we saw for the most part the last time we broadcasted them at home. Point for Claflin. Put down by Jayla Roberts, just a freshman outside hitter out of Anderson, South Carolina. But we didn't have the Fayetteville State match here, which was kind of a futile one for the Braves. But when they were home against Georgia College, despite losing in straight sets, all 3 of those sets, actually, the Braves held advantages. They take advantage of a service error from Jesse Dixon, another freshman for Claflin from Branchville, South Carolina.
Looks like Michaela Elliott is going to be serving this one.
Elliott serving right into the net. So traded service errors for the two sides. And when we talk about the age, a couple freshmen getting involved for Claflin, but really they're an older team. They have 9 upperclassmen, 5 juniors, and 4 seniors. For the Braves, a pretty young team, though. They have just 1 lone senior on the team and a total of 12 underclassmen. Of course, Casey Bell, the libero, is that lone senior. The set way off target. It was a double contact before it went out of play anyways. Braves take advantage of that ball handling error. The Pembroke side looking good right now, hitting 333 zeros for Claflin. Nearly a chance for an ace for Jones. Back in her setting spot. Rise it up for Tyndall. Puts it down hard, dug out by Perez Johnson. Back to the near side, blockers were up, but into the net for Jayla Roberts. The attacking error, the Braves rolling in set 1.
It looks like Amber Tyndall and April Tankersley got that block for us.
That's a chance for them to get up and at least spook the attacker, and the service ace for the Braves for Bailey Jones. Almost had it on her last try. Does pick it up that time. Junior from Trinidad, Colorado. Played at Francis Marion. Missed 7 matches prior to that, dating to September 15th. Braves did touch it up front. Claflin with the kill. Some backup point, just 7 behind the Braves. Jayla Roberts with the point. Roberts right now has 2 kills. Jordan Wallace with 2 for Claflin. They're leading attackers. Braves with 5 kills from Madeline Ashwell. Seven-point UNCP lead. Off the tape, Herring on the serve. Jones tight to the net. Has a little trouble getting it set up for the Braves. It'll be a lift against UNC Pembroke. A little tough to handle there, and the serve well calculated by Herring to go right off the tape.
Yes, I'm looking at the stats right now. It looks like that Claflin only has 5 kills, and Ashwa has 5 kills just by herself. I mean, that is really something.
She has been having a good night to start, that's for sure. The service ace for Alexia Herring. Just a little bit of room into the back. She came in second on the team in service aces, now up to 13. Chasing Jayla Roberts, the freshman, who has 16. It pulls Claflin within 5. This is a spot they'd be looking for a run. Another serve from Herring, but the error to even it up. The Braves fans like what they see. A good crowd on hand tonight at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court, especially behind that UNCP side.
Absolutely. I mean, we can tell that UNCP has a lot of fan support, so these Lady Braves should be thankful for all these fans that are here, supporting them here tonight.
It's kind of a quiet weekend on campus, all things considered. This will be the only home event this weekend. Kill along the near side pin, the outside for Shania Rispres. Freshman picking up kill number 21. He's had a good freshman campaign, along with 297 assists and 83 digs coming in. Serve went at Hines. Jones able to set it up for Tankersley. Tries to roll it to the attack line. Right back over to Rispres, but Casey Bell had the huge dig out. Ashwell over a couple blockers. One hand to it for Claflin's Piper Murals. Right back up for Tankersley. Blocked away solo for a moment, and then the Braves are whistled for a 4th contact. Couldn't get it back onto that Claflin side, and that block was a big one to deal with up front. 18-14, see if the Braves can get some rhythm down the end of this set. Trying to take a little bit from that Georgia College match in which they couldn't put away sets despite having leads. This time the blockers trying to contribute, but Toole wide along the near side. Amber Tyndall thought she had the room, but our ump official says no. That is Ronnie Mutter as the first referee, Michael Holder, the second referee in front of the table. That lead is shrunk to just 3 points for the Braves. Jones with the back set for Tyndall. Blocked back down. A combination of Jordan Wallace and De'Ara Lewis. The blocking very good for these two teams, Joseph. They've both out-blocked their opponents this season.
Absolutely. Even though UNC Pembroke has a very slight margin in blocks, I mean, We're still a good blocking squad.
1.9 blocks percent to 1.8 for the opposition. Nearly a chance for the block to show itself. Braves are ready to celebrate, and it's kept up and lands back on UNC Pembroke's side for the Claflin point. And that was odd. The blockers got it back, thought they had it on the floor. They all started looking at each other, and Claflin kept it up for the point. Ashley Green ends up getting the credit for the kill.
Yes, and one thing I've come to realize when it comes to sports is never celebrate early because it can cost you.
That's what it looked like. And Tyndall had the chance for the overpass along the near side, tip by the Braves blockers. Line judge along the near side signaled it as well, and a timeout called by UNC Pembroke's. Claflin has climbed all the way back to even the score at 18. It was at one point a 17-9 Braves advantage. Right now a 9-1 run for the Panthers to get it back to even in set number 1.
Wow. I hope the Braves aren't getting too lazy out there because we need to buckle down and get this first set under our belt.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough for UNC Pembroke right now to see that run go against them. And so early, the hitting percentage was helping out the Braves. They were at 333, kind of cruising. Madeline Ashwell's been taken away in the hitting position lately. A lot of that due to Claflin serving right at Ashwell, kind of trying to take her out of that rhythm. 5 kills right now to lead the Braves, and then 1 each from Michaela Elliott, April Tankersley, Bailey Jones, and Amber Tyndall. Look at 4 kills for De'Ara Lewis, 2 each for Jordan Wallace and Jayla Roberts as the Braves come back onto the floor there. 1 kill for Ashley Green as well. Jordan Wallace, the team's leader in terms of offense, has been a little bit quieter, and the Braves obviously trying to keep it out of Wallace's paws this evening. The serve will be coming out of the timeout from Shania Risprez. A 5'5 freshman, also from Columbia. Chance for Claflin to climb all the way back, try to take a lead in set number 1. Risprez this time serves at Hines. Jones colliding with Tankersley. Ashwell sends a free ball back over to Claflin. Backs it to the right side. Green is able to use the Braves, tooling them for the point. There it is, 10-1 run for Claflin to take the lead.
10-1 run by the Claflin Panthers. They are really hot right now.
Only played 1 home match all year, and now the service ace once again going at Madeline Ashwell. The ace for Shania Risprez, number 13 on the season for the freshman. Getting a peek at her through the net. Sets up another for Casey Bell, sent right at Bailey Jones. Over to Ashwell, and Ashwell able to tool some defenders to get the points back. I think he even rung it off the antenna for the Braves.
Finally, the Braves found the scoreboard again. Let's see if we can work up another hot round to see if we can take this first set.
Couple 4-0 runs in the first set for UNC Pembroke. Nearly an overpass off the serve. Blockers get up, and it's sent out of play. Trying to get a continuation, Claflin, but wide along the far side. Now it's a race to 5, 20-20 in the first set, and an entertaining first set at that. Piper Muro's on the receive to the near side. A little roll shot over the Braves. Bailey Jones keeping it up, goes right over to the Claflin side. Bump set back down by Jordan Wallace. 3rd kill for the SIAC first team member. See how much the Braves have been able to take from some of the close sets they've played this year, especially lately. Lost a heartbreaker 3rd set at Francis Marion earlier this week, just a couple nights back. That was a set they held a late lead in as well. Casey Bell has the set over to Ashwell. It's kept out back along the near side. Anna Hines, nice job to punch it with a left hand. Ashwell flicking it over the net, able to stay away from the net to avoid the net violation. Free ball back to the Braves. Jones has a chance to set it up right center for Michaela Elliott, and what a kill for Michaela Elliott off of Jordan Wallace, the star for Claflin.
Wow, what a kill there by Michaela Elliott. Good grief.
There was a little mustard behind that swing for the sophomore from Charlotte. Give Elliott number 112 on the season. So she killed 214 a year ago, and out of rotation is Claflin. Braves will take that point, and the ace will be credited to Amber Tyndall. Official down table side is letting Mary Rotimi know where they were out of rotation. Tyndall into the serve again. Set comes back along the near side, around a couple blockers and avoiding the touch. The Braves, the try was for De'Ara Lewis. UNCP 2 points away from set one.
Only 2 points away. Let's see if we can pull it off.
You talk about the momentum changer, maybe that kill from Michaela Elliott. Tyndall, a tough one to receive by Herring. Free ball comes back to the Braves. Michaela Elliott, another big kill for the sophomore. She's changed the tides in set number one.
She has really changed the tides, and the Braves are only 1 point away from taking this first set.
What a slide play for Elliott. And here's set point number one for UNC Pembroke. Tyndall this time tosses it towards that back row. Over to the right side with Green. Ashwell a chance to try to get the block, but tooled. Claflin survives that first set point. They need 2 more unanswered to force us past 25 in set number one. The serve will belong with De'Ara Lewis. Does have 13 aces this year. Goes at Tyndall. Jones with the set for Elliott. Light tap. The floater touched up by wrist press. Free ball to the Braves. Out back. Casey Bell directs it front. Nice pass to Jones. Elliott trying to put it down. Libero Piper Murals with the save for Claflin. Little tip by the Braves block. Punch by Hines to keep it up. Ashwell tries the roll shot, but miscalculates a little light. And Claflin fighting off 2 set points now in the first. Needs 1 more to force this past 25.
And that was so close by Ashwell. That was really close.
Game of inches in set number one. Tyndall clearing some room for Casey Bell to come in and pass to Ashwell. A nice play, and the Braves do not tool the defenders. It's kept in along the side, so Claflin with 3 straight. And they will force us past 25 in the first set.
Wow, that ball touched that line just by like half an inch. That was so close.
Madeline Ashwell gets the attack air. Casey Bell, what a save, and Michaela Elliott gets the free ball back. Bell, phenomenal, the senior, with plenty of digs in this set, and now it is a double contact against Claflin. Braves back to another set point. Past 25 we go. This will be set point number 4 for UNC Pembroke. Casey Bell already in the opening set for UNC Pembroke with 4 digs. Bell is 100 shy from 1,000 on her UNC Pembroke career. The serve will be with Abby Farr, the sophomore. Chance to win set number 1 for UNC Pembroke. Backs it over to Green, over a blocker and wide. Braves avoid the touch and win set number 1, taking a 1-0 lead over Claflin, and that was back and forth.
Back and forth. I mean, what an amazing and interesting first set. I'm hoping the rest of the sets are going to be just like this one, because these kind of sets really get fans on the edge of their seats, you know? Yeah,
it was a lot of fun to watch. Early runs went the Braves' way. Got a lead at one point in the opening set that was all the way up at 17-9. Well, then Claflin came right back, 18-18. They took a lead, and the Braves, 1 more run left in them, and then a little bit of fight as well. Faced some adversity late, a 3-0 run by Claflin to tie it at 24, and those last 2 points for the Braves on a ball handling error and then an attacking error. Got to take advantage of your opposition's errors. The Braves out-hit Claflin in the opening set, 135-125. And we'll talk about some more sets, or some more stats from that opening set when we come back. UNC Pembroke grabs a 1-0 lead. More after this here on the UNCP Sports Network.
Just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
We often get the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
Back at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court after the first set, it is UNC Pembroke leading 1-0. Trevor Williams and Joseph Thornton with you. The Braves looking for win number 4 on this season. Joseph, a big momentum swing at the end of set 1 was Michaela Elliott. A couple of huge kills down the stretch for the Braves.
Absolutely. I mean, she may only have 3 kills here on the match here early on, but Michaela, she was a real fire sparker towards the end of the first set.
Did a great job. Actually sent one off the shoulder of Jordan Wallace, who was those players to watch for Claflin. Wallace, one of the leading hitters on the year for the Panthers, was held to just 2 kills in the opening set. De'Ara Lewis led it with 5 kills for Claflin and 3 for Ashley Green. Another 2 on their total for Jayla Roberts to bring them to 12 kills. Madeline Ashwell had half of the Braves' kills with 6, then 3 for Michaela Elliott, as we just said, 1 each for April Tankersley, Bailey Jones, and Amber Tyndall. Everything else was almost even. The assists, 12 for Claflin, 11 for UNCP. 2 service errors to either side, 2 aces to either side. Blocks 3-2 in favor of Claflin. So here we go with set number 2. Bailey Jones has the first serve for the Braves. They're going to get a free ball right back. Jones has the bump set to the near side. It's Ellie Hicks, the check-in into set number 2, trying to get it from the opposite side. Ashwell, big dig out of the back. Back to Hicks it goes again. Roll shot over the defenders and inside of the attack line.
Wow, and that was a point score by Ellie Hicks, and she's rarely seen any action so far as a freshman this year.
As a freshman, has been banged up a little bit this season, but hit .545 in high school, 390 kills as a senior in Trinity, North Carolina. Player the Braves were high on this year. Casey Bell had 1 punch to it. Jones sets Tyndall off the defense and out into the stands it goes. Braves a 2-zip lead out of the gates in set 2. You can feel the program continue to improve for UNC Pembroke. More and more competitive, it seems like, each home match that we watch. And finally, some of that starting to feel like it came to fruition in set number 1 with the set win, especially with how back and forth it was. Braves blockers getting in the way on that far side. A little wide, no touch by UNC Pembroke.
I mean, there was a bunch of runs by both sides in the first set. I mean, Pembroke had a couple 4 runs, and Claflin had that 9-1 run. I mean, a bunch of runs in the first set.
The Braves were able to withstand it, all things considered. Slide set up. Tyndall just barely gets a left arm to it. Now Hicks has the blockers touch it up, and it is sent back down to the Braves. The 4th contact. They tried to keep it up, but could not. Claflin's first point is set number 2. Ellie Hicks calling for the attack air. No block. The blockers were up, but it was into the net by Hicks. Never got it through that tape. Alexia Herring, senior from Tallahassee, with the serve. A laser at Hicks, and away it goes for a service ace. Alexia Herring, boy, that was a bullet.
That was an absolute bullet.
Service ace number 2 for her tonight. 3 now for Claflin on the match. 1 more than the Braves. Herring's at 78 career service aces now. Again at Hicks. This time at least in the neighborhood of Casey Bell to pass it forward. Set goes out left, miscalculated by De'Ara Lewis. A little low into the net. The attack here gives the Braves back the 2-point advantage. So Hicks with the chance to serve now. No aces, one air. Right on cue, ace number 1 of her season.
Wow, how about that? How about that? Her first ace of this season.
It's the first ace of her Braves career as well. The freshman picking it up, dropping it right in front of that front line. Hicks now has 4 kills in her career as well. The point right on back to Claflin, able to tip the block. The Panthers trying to grab a little momentum, kind of deflating the way it ended for them in set number 1, especially considering the big comeback that they put on from down 17-9.
Exactly. I mean, they went on that 10-1 run and got you tied up at 18, but then they just kind of fell apart at the last little bit of the first set.
The Braves are just a little bit long on their last try. Claflin within 1. Could almost reach out and touch that Braves lead. Set number 1 went 26-24 if you're just joining us. Jones brings it to the left side. Ball handling error against the Braves. Whistled against Bailey Jones on the set to Ashwell. 5-5, everything even. Casey Bell at the last second getting the hands out of the way. Pulls a little matrix for the point.
Yeah, a little matrix move there. I mean, I can tell Casey was really thinking about hitting that, but she better be glad she didn't.
Got a good call from her teammates. Creedmoor, North Carolina senior libero is able to get out of the way for the Braves to take a 6-5 advantage. Referee's taking time, and they are checking in with the table across the way. Well, housekeeping here in set number 2 with the Braves leading by a point. Casey Bell is at the service line for UNC Pembroke. They'll probably bring their side together in this spot. Set number 1, as we said, 5 digs for Casey Bell. She's had a really good season as well. Currently ranks 11th in the nation with 6.02 digs per set. 7.57 is first in the NCAA Division II ranks, but now at 99 digs away from 1,000 on her career, and the officials talking right now to head coach Mary Rotimi. And I'm assuming this has to do with the rotation that was set up by Claflin as the officials come over there to discuss this. They'll continue to talk with Rotimi. For right now, it's the Braves by 1, 6-5. They're looking to have reset. The officials still talking at the table. They're working on those rotations there and now ready to go. So Casey Bell will finally get that serve. A little bit of misfortune for the Braves that Bell has to wait so long as UNCP was starting to get into that rhythm. Too long. Misfired high by Gabrielle Williams, a junior from Powder Springs, Georgia. First time we've gotten to call Gabrielle's name tonight. Braves back up by 2. Late decision to try to play it low for Herring and a service ace for Casey Bell. Number 11 for Casey Bell this season. For the Braves, they came in with 71 service aces. Now it's 74, and their opponents at 118. A little too long for Casey Bell. The air comes right back to get Claflin the side out and serve back. See a lot of size for Claflin on their front line. Jewel Moody, who we've not seen yet, a sophomore middle blocker, is at 6'3". Jordan Wallace, one of these team leaders who will serve for Claflin, is 6'2". And now Mary Rotimi is back to talking with the second referee down at tableside. And they're still discussing that rotation. Remember, one time out of rotation Claflin in the opening set. And now in on that front line is Jewel Moody, the Philadelphia native. So after the discussion tableside, everybody's back to work, and the serve from Jordan Wallace. It's right in the center of the Braves. Back row, and Kayla Elliott from the front able to angle it near side.
Michaela really showing some good team play here in our early going here in the second set.
She's been very effective. 4 kills on 7 attacks, hitting .571. Miranda Keita with the serve right into the net as soon as she checked in. First time we saw Miranda tonight in that service. Ariel sent it back to Claflin. De'Ara Lewis will serve next. Lewis so far no aces, but 13 on the year. Braves have their new check-in. Kiara Price trying to drop shot, nothing was there. Pass goes back, Casey Bell sent a free ball in. Nearly ran it under the libero Piper Mearls, but the kill for Gabrielle Williams. There's her first of the night. Williams previously had 1 error on 1 attack, now gets it back to even and 0 on her hit percentage. Claflin negative in the set. Keita brings it over to the near side, a little wide by Kiara Price. Back to even we go in set 2.
See, is there like a 4 run now for Claflin?
Right now it is a 3-0 scoring run and a little long, so that puts the end to that 3-0 scoring run. Braves able to edge back in front at 10-9. And you look at the service errors versus aces story, you want those to be even at the worst, if not definitely more aces than errors. Braves have done that. 4 errors, 4 aces. 3 aces, 4 errors for Claflin. Coincidentally, that is the difference right now. 1 point up on the scoreboard in set 2. Anna Hines. 212 digs a year ago. This year with 5 aces, had the serve to start. Keita sets it up for Elliott, and Elliott keeps it down on Claflin's side. Went 1v1 with Jewel Moody and won the battle.
Is that Michaela? Yeah, sorry, that's Michaela's 5th kill of the night.
Now 1 back of Madeline Ashwell, the match leader, also the Braves team leader. Overpass by Hines. Get the dig out back. This time Keita spinning the set over to Hicks. Taken care of out back. Again, over it comes to Williams. Sent packing by Elliott and Hicks. Braves block. Starting to get it going now tonight. 3rd block for the Braves, evens it up with Claflin. 3 blocks to either side. Opposite side and a long block for Elliott and Price. They have plenty of room to work with out back, and that time it was Jayla Roberts who couldn't get around the blockers.
You see, it's this blocker by UNC Pembroke that's given them the most advantages so far.
And now the ace for Anna Hines. And again, you feel that roll for the Braves and a timeout called by Claflin. And this has been a difference for UNC Pembroke. Now a 5-0 scoring run into this timeout. Earlier this season, runs were at a premium for UNC Pembroke. Putting together those long stretches, we've seen now time and time again tonight, the Braves have been able to put up runs, and they've also been able to go on scoring runs when they face adversity.
Absolutely. I mean, sorry. It's basically what Coach McGill has been instilling into these girls all season long. I mean, sure, it's great to have scoring runs, but it's also best to play a lot of defense.
They've done a good job of that tonight defensively. They've kind of thrown Claflin out of system. When you start to look at Jordan Wallace with just a couple of kills, Wallace came in with 115. De'Ara Lewis, 121, was the team leader. She does lead in the match tonight with 6, now tied up with Madeline Ashwell for the match lead. The hit percentages, though, up top between Ashwell and Elliott, really good on the offensive side. 625 for Michaela Elliott, 250 for Madeline Ashwell. And as a team, the Braves hitting 125, which is still above their season hit percentage.
And I'm taking a look at Claflin's hitting percentage, and they're only hitting at .021, which is really low for them because they're averaging .98 on the season.
Yep, they are a lot lower than where they have been this year. 1-4 on the road. Claflin this year, as we said, has played only 1 home match in 2017. 1-4 on the road, 3-4 in neutral site contests. They will finally get to go home for 7 matches after their next road match at Fayetteville State. Braves get the point on the attack error and another point out of the timeout now for a 6-point advantage. Gabrielle Williams that time with the air on the attack. Hines drops it in light at Williams. Comes back to her with a left hand. Casey Bell has the dig out high. Now Michaela Elliott pushes it back. Libero Piper Murals was there for it. Braves blocking it off the tape. It's continued. On to Claflin's side. Kada has a setup for Elliott. Tipped high. Off the defensive side by Claflin. Braves have a chance to reset it. Ellie Hicks trying to fire, but a little low from right around that attack line. It was a tough hit for the Braves, and Hicks was a long ways from the net. Had to get it over to avoid a fourth contact.
Absolutely. And going back to what you said earlier, did you say that Claflin has 7 straight home matches coming up?
Coming up after Fayetteville State, but hey, that's fitting. They've only played 1 home match all year. Last time serving for Jessie Dixon, it was a rough go. She had a service error. This time the ace for the Claflin freshman. Stays true to her form on this season. 11 aces, 11 errors, averaging .21 service aces per set. Rolls with it along the near side at Hicks. Price with the set for Hicks. Blockers just flick it down. Michaela Elliott and Ellie Hicks were both up for it.
I'm telling you, Michaela Elliott has really been in front as far as the blocking here tonight.
She's done a fantastic job. Elliott in on 5 blocks now for the Braves, along with the 5 kills. Has the serve this time. Scampers to play in the back left. This wide of the antenna. Braves another point. They'll grow that lead to 6 points, a 17-11 advantage. Not surprising to see Elliott playing so well right now in terms of blocking. She ranks 2nd in the PBC in blocks per set.
Wow, 2nd in the entire Peach Belt Conference. That's really good for her.
She's done a great job this season. 67 blocks she's been a part of this year, and the Braves see another one fall. UNC Pembroke, they are getting that momentum going. This would be huge to get into the intermission with a 2-0 lead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But UNC Pembroke may be up by 7 points right now, but they can't let this lead get to them because, you know, in sports, no lead is safe.
So in just the first set alone, blockers up, Tankersley and Price sending it back for UNC Pembroke. Another Brave point, another Brave scoring run, 4-0 this time for the black and gold.
And that's the 3rd time that the Braves have gone on a 4-0 scoring run here tonight.
They've also had a 6-0 and a 5-0 run in the match. Right in the middle, Moody trying to set it down. Braves going to be called for a ball handling error. Michaela Elliott doing everything she could to keep it off the floor, but didn't get a clean contact. Claflin desperately needed to put an end to that Brave scoring run and did. UNCP needs 6 before Claflin can claim 12. That's a great spot to be in for the Braves. Underneath the blockers. Kill for Jayla Roberts. 5-year letter winner in volleyball and basketball in high school. A 2-year letter winner in track and earned 1 letter in softball. Played a few sports in high school, did Roberts. Collected kill number 3 on the last offering. Kiara Price, it's one way to get the tool, roll it down off the net, now to play.
And what a nice effort there by Kiara Price.
Had the strong enough swing, angled it right off the blocker's hands.
It looks like Bailey Jones is going to be serving. And she was on fire back in the first set when she served, so let's see if she can keep that up here.
Had the 7 service aces on the season coming in, forces a couple Panthers to collide. Jones gets the nice pass from Bell, set up for Tankersley. Hefty swing, kept up by Piper Murals. Over to Ellie Hicks this time. Tooled are the Panthers for another Brave point.
The Braves only 4 points away from capturing their 2nd set, and like you said, it'll be huge for UNCP if they go into intermission with a 2-set lead.
For the most part, they have dominated set number 2 as well, taking some of that momentum from the end of the first set. Jones wants to back set Tyndall this time. Haven't been targeted much in the 2nd set, an attacking error to give it back to Claflin. They'll sub in. Add on the floor De'Ara Lewis and Alexia Herring. No surprise to see Herring here headed to serve. He's had a couple aces already for Claflin.
She may be the spark that these Panthers need to get back into the second set.
Casey Bell, a tough receive. Herring add another tick to the service ace counter tonight. Third for Alexia Herring. To make that number 4 for Alexia Herring. Oh, spoke too soon. Number 3. 5 for Claflin. 1 each for Shania Rispress and Jesse Dixon as well. Little joust push back towards Bailey Jones, trying to keep it up for the Braves. Whistle comes from up top, and the point is given to Claflin.
And see, from up here, it seemed like that one of the players from the Braves kind of stuck their hand over the net on Claflin's side.
That's what
so that might have been what the refs called there.
That's what they said, 21-16. Braves still have that 5-point lead, just 4 away from set 2. Hicks off the line judge, but that's definitely out. He had to back up from the lines in that corner. This substitution of having Alexia Herring in to serve has been a big spark for Claflin, a 4-0 run for the Panthers.
It really has been a big spark, and like I said, she's the spark that Claflin needs to stay in the second set.
The 78 career service aces, as we mentioned. There's an error that the Braves will be glad to cash in on. 3 points away from the set. We'll see Ellie Hicks with an opportunity to serve. Had not played a lot, as you mentioned, coming in. The freshman has delivered quite nicely in set number 2 for the Braves with a couple kills. Big side up for the Panthers to immediately earn their serve back, and that was Jordan Wallace, who's had the frustrating night. Just 3 kills for Wallace by her standards, not exactly where she wants to be volume-wise.
One thing that players don't like to be is below average when it comes to anything that they're good at.
Madeline Ashwell right back on cue for the Braves with the kill. Has him a couple points away from set number 2. Casey Bell had some trusted serving down the stretch in set 1. The set right close to net, tipped over to the Braves side. Bell, the bump set for Ashwell, tries a roll shot, comes back down off her shoulder, free ball back towards the Claflin side, and that is the same player contacting it twice, Jordan Wallace. Can't do that, the Braves 1 point away from set 2.
Only 1 point away, so let's see if the Braves can finish it off here.
It's going to be a 2-0 set lead for UNC Pembroke, and they will have at least 6 tries at set points. Wallace wanted to flick it over with the right hand. Over to Tyndall on the right side it goes, and tools the defenders, and the Braves able to take set number 2. How about that? Into the intermission, a 2-0 lead, and a hot start for UNC Pembroke tonight.
Definitely a hot start for UNCP. I mean, a 2-0 set lead. They only need 1 more set to win this match, so you better believe that the Braves are going to be coming out guns a-blazing here in the 3rd set.
Braves are right where they want to be. 26-24 in the 1st set. And how about finishing set number 2 on a 3-0 scoring run? It has been a match of runs for Ellen McGill and the black and gold. The fans love it. We do too. After 2 sets, the Braves lead at 2-0. We'll take a timeout, come back for set 3 after this here on the UNCP Sports Network.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? And now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath.
He's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
I love Toes because she's a lazy diva. Toes does whatever she wants, obviously.
Back in Pembroke, set number 3 coming up. What a start. Joseph Thornton for the UNC Pembroke Braves. Trevor Williams with you as well, and our producer and director, Matt Sabatis, along with our great crew. A 2-0 match lead for the UNC Pembroke Braves, and this is, you couldn't have drawn it up any better for UNC Pembroke.
Absolutely not. I mean, the Braves have been off on a rocket start here tonight, and you better believe they're going to be looking for a straight 3-game sweep.
Yep,
3-set sweep, I should say.
Sets, games, whatever you want to call it. It's been tough this year in 3 sets for Claflin. 0-7 in 3-set matches this year. The Braves, you can say the same thing on their side, 1-10. They've got a very good chance to make it 2-10. And how about this crowd tonight? They have been phenomenal, just enjoying themselves. And the only reason I know this dance, it's the swag surfing dance, because they played it in the student-athlete music video at the beginning of this year. That's kind of the staple of the football team. They're coming up this weekend.
It really is the staple for the football team.
Maybe our camera guy's getting in on it too, slanting it a little bit down in that corner. Here we go to set number 3. Braves have had some fantastic scoring runs tonight against Claflin. Almost too many 4-0 runs to count.
Let's see, if I remember correctly, I think they've had like 3 4-0 runs, a 5-0 run, and a 6-0 run. So definitely a lot of scoring runs for UNC Pembroke here tonight.
That tally checks out correctly against a Claflin club that was a win shy last year of winning the SIAC. That tournament win could have taken him on to the NCAA tournament. Over to Amber Tyndall. Over some blockers out back towards Piper Murals. Near side and through the blockers. The kill for De'Ara Lewis. Good start to set 3 for Claflin.
Absolutely, because Claflin has their best server out there, which is number 12, Alexia Herring.
Herring gave the Braves something to think about in set number 2. Started a run for Claflin, but UNC Pembroke was able to recover. Piper Murals another dig out of the back row. Out in front of Madeline Ashwell. Another kill for Claflin. And again, De'Ara Lewis right there takes the match lead now with an 8th kill on the night. Two up the Panthers on the opening points of set number 3. Herring a little too long, and that's something the Braves will easily take. You don't get a lot of those from Alexia Herring, so when you get a chance to get it back, it's great.
Exactly. I mean, like you mentioned, Alexia Herring, she doesn't really serve well. I wouldn't say she doesn't have a lot of service errors, so whenever she gets one, you better believe the UNC Pembroke's going to take full advantage of it.
I'd like to rattle off another one of those runs, but a quick side out for Claflin. So they're able to take the 3-1 lead. Madeline Ashwell had the attacking error. That's going to be important now for Claflin. They've been 7 percentage points lower than the Braves on side-out percentage tonight. That'll tell the tale most volleyball matches. April Tankersley, nice cross-floor kill.
That's something else that's hard to come by, those cross-floor kills. I mean, because you never know where they're going to hit.
It takes a lot of surveying for real estate, and nicely done by the freshman. Tankersley's 2nd kill of the night, number 58 on the year. Over a couple blockers goes De'Ara Lewis, and Lewis taking set number 3 by the reins. (4-2) Claflin. Jordan Wallace picked the ball up from her feet, now serves at Ellie Hicks. Back set to Tyndall, blocked right back down. Guess what? It's that height we talked about. Lewis and Jewel Moody, who towers at 6'3" for Claflin.
I mean, De'Ara Lewis, she is taking this 3rd set by storm. I mean, her team may be down 2-0, but she is not ready to give up fighting just yet.
You just saw Moody there, a transfer from Manor College, had 44 total blocks. Braves get the point off the air. That service error by Jordan Wallace to allow Miranda Cada to come in and serve.
I say Miranda, she's been having a rough time serving tonight. Let's see if she can get something going here in the 3rd set.
It's coming as a spot server this evening. Not quite on that try, a little wide. The service error right away sends it back to Claflin. Those errors piling up for the Braves in set number 3. Currently 5 service errors, 5 aces for the Braves. The only thing worse for Claflin, they've had 2 more service errors. Over to Kiara Price it goes. Moody was going to look for the bump set and just couldn't see it down to her hands. Braves will take the error.
At this point, the Braves are willing to take any point that Claflin's looking to give them.
Anna Hines will serve in the spot of Madeline Ashwell. Hines came in with the 5 service aces, has added 1 tonight. Sends it straight away at Perez Johnson. Over to the right side, Green. Off a couple blockers, the tool successful.
Wow, and that kill was just over the outstretched hands of number 20, Ellie Hicks, and number 1, Michaela Elliott.
Ashley Green with kill number 4 on her night.
Yes, and that's something you don't see a whole lot because Michaela and Ellie, they have really been leading the blocking force here tonight. So for them to get a kill over them, that's huge in my eyes.
Very well done indeed by Ashley Green. It's the second leading attacker for Claflin. They turn it over the net for the point. Braves desperately trying to keep it off the floor, and the last-ditch effort for Casey Bell falls just short. 8-4 now, Claflin. And you mentioned that blocking for the Braves. They lead at 6-4 in blocks. Michaela Elliott, a big part of it, has been in on 5 of those Brave blocks. Elliott will send the free ball away this time. Set up Moody. Little out of system. Lightly touched by Elliott. Back over on the near side. There's that block one more time. Kiara Price, Michaela Elliott sending it down. Or excuse me, they're called into the net. Was nearly the big block that the Braves were looking for. Instead, another Claflin point. Hicks used the tape for a little help, and it drops. The kill for Ellie Hicks.
I bet Ellie Hicks is glad that she's getting some extended playing time here tonight because we haven't really seen a whole lot of action out of her this season.
Yeah, we mentioned that she's been kind of banged up a little bit this year. All-conference, all-county player back in high school with the great hitting percentage. Back over onto the Braves side, it goes for the points. The thing we haven't seen from UNC Pembroke really is rattling off those consistent strings, those runs of points right now for the Braves. That's missing in set number 3. Ellie Hicks with the back row attack. Over a couple blockers, Braves, no touch ruled, and they do get the point. Claflin desperately calling for it, but our ump official looked all around, nobody signaling a touch. It's right between the wickets of the Brave block, and Bailey Jones.
And Amber Tendo also check in, but Bailey Jones is going to be serving.
Jones, one of those great leaders, the junior, all-conference, all-state. He's an all-academic in high school as well, and has played well for the Braves. Last year, 485 assists. Started this whole play. Over a couple blockers, and Jones had a dig at. Now Casey Bell has to play center on the bump set for Hicks. Just held off the floor by Claflin. Comes right on back to Jayla Roberts, who kept it up initially, and Roberts with the kill. See another switch for Claflin, and again, Alexia Herring, who's been just the serving mastermind for Claflin tonight. De'Ara Lewis also back on the front row, but Herring pretty much designated server for Claflin. Wide on the near side. Nice call by Ellie Hicks to see it out. This is where the test is on for the Braves to try to string a couple points together.
And they may be down 4, but this set is far from over, so UNCP can mount a rally at any time.
These teams have traded the last 6 points in the match. Braves trying to sustain it now. Ashwell, tough angle to go over net, does so. Blockers there, and Toole. Tyndall and Tankersley were up, but the kill for De'Ara Lewis. Mentioned has bounced around, started at Winthrop in 2012, ended up at Maryland Eastern Shore and then the University of South Carolina, and now her 4th school in 5 years with Claflin. Set up, a slide, too wide by Jordan Wallace. And while De'Ara Lewis has been rolling 10 kills to lead all attackers on the match, Jordan Wallace has been well below her season average, just 3 kills tonight, 2 in the opening set. They feed Lewis this time. Tyndall Elliott in the area. Put it down.
It's that tough blocking unit once again. That's got want to give the Braves another point.
They have held strong at the pins. The Braves block from out of the back row. Tough try for Gabrielle Williams. Braves 3 straight points now. They're only back-to-back points in this set, just off the tape. Casey Bell trying to cover behind the attack line. Maybe a half a step too shy. Give Jordan Wallace the chance to serve. 6 double-digit kill games a year ago. Leads the team in hitting percentage and blocking this year. Has been involved in 2 blocks today. Braves keep it up over to the Panthers side. From the right side, off the shoulder of Ellie Hicks, goes Gabrielle Williams. Another Panther point, Gabrielle Williams picking up kill number 3. A 4-point advantage for Claflin. Wallace's serve, settled for an ace.
See, I can tell that Ellie Hicks was having a little doubt about where she wanted that serve to go, and she really didn't have much time to react.
Ace number 6 for Claflin. Hicks on the receive this time. Elliott kills it off the left paw of Shania Rispres. Michaela Elliott, the slide play, very successful for her. Gets her moving to the side. She's got great athleticism to kind of soar above that net. Miranda Cato looking to add a little serving energy now for the Braves. Trying to keep it on their side. There's that block one more time. Most of that credit belongs with Madeline Ashwell. Really deflected it down.
I mean, the Braves use a lot of blocking forces throughout the year, but I think the main one is the use of Michaela and Madeline. I mean, they are really the ones that keep the Braves blocking game going.
They've done a great job. Elliott has it just pawed over on her side, trying to punch it with a right hand. That's what was blocked back by Claflin. Elliott was beside herself. Couldn't believe that she almost actually got that over the net. It's a last-ditch punch by Elliott. If you're just joining us, Braves won a tight set in the first 26-24. Despite being on the negative side of a 10-1 run, they won by 7 points in set 2, 25-18. Claflin owning much of the third set. Michaela Elliott on the dive, crossed that center floor line. Another Claflin point. Back to a 5-point lead for the Panthers.
Looks like Claflin wants to get at least 1 set under their belt.
4 of the last 6 points for Claflin. Elliott tipped a blocker, net violation against Claflin. That time Gabrielle Williams was called into the net. Anna Hines will have the important serve, and side out percentage getting a little closer. We mentioned the Braves had about a 7 to 8 percentage point lead in side. That's been trimmed down to 5.5%. Claflin's done a good job of earning side out in set 3. Hines covers it up out back over to Kiara Price. Held up on a big dig by Rispres. Free ball back over to the Braves. They were calling for it to be down to the floor. They'll set up Elliott this time. Room to work. Michaela Elliott, but a net violation. That net violation has harmed the Braves in set 3.
Yes, and what a bad break for UNC Pembroke there. And because they're trying to do whatever they can to get back in the third set so that way they can try to get a 3-set 3-set sweep here against Claflin.
That was that set getting just a little too close to the net on the slide. Tipped back down by Jewel Moody. Close to playing too far over top of the net, but Moody tough to get around her at 6'3", and a timeout taken by the Braves and head coach Ellen McGill, with Claflin now leading by 6 in set 3. They're feeling a little better in the third set now after the way things gone, especially in set number 2 when the Braves really owned all the momentum. This is Claflin's chance to say, you know what, we're right back into this match.
Absolutely. I mean, Claflin, they're down 2-0, but they're not ready to give up fighting, as you can see by the strong showing here in the third set for Claflin here tonight.
Well, we mentioned in the open what the significance of this match is for UNC Pembroke. And one, it's to get a win and to continue to try to get things rolling, as they're going to be playing on Saturday at Flagler, a long trip for them down into Florida. But when you look at the all-time records, 5-0 against Claflin all-time, one of 6 teams the Braves have at least 5 wins against and no losses in program history. The others are Elizabeth City State, 11-0 for UNC Pembroke, 10-0 against Winston-Salem State, 6-0 against Columbia, 5-0 against Chowan, and 5-0 against Virginia State. Interestingly enough, Virginia State, Winston-Salem State, they're still on the schedule this year, so the Braves will have to defend those undefeated marks. But a big chance for UNC Pembroke to make it 6-0 against Claflin.
A really big chance. Let's see if they can get it done here in the third set. Just 2 more sets to go, so we'll see what UNCP can do.
They don't want to let Claflin have too much time. Fans still enjoying set number 3, hoping their Braves can grab a few more points. Their Lumbee Guarantee Bank court in Pembroke, North Carolina. Kata Sod over the block, back over to Ellie Hicks. Tipped, deflected high towards the back. Perez Johnson was there for it. Another free ball to the Braves, but too long, and UNC Pembroke will take it on the air. Pembroke 1-10 in 3-set sweeps this year. 0-7, as we mentioned, Claflin, and a chance that they could fall to 0-8 if the Braves can manufacture a comeback in the third set. Elliott just sending it over the tape, kept alive for a moment, and Kiara Price a little too wide to the near side. Good effort by the Braves. Not a ton they could do on that play, as Michaela Elliott was on the floor just trying to keep it up. That lone 3-set sweep 2 home matches ago against Hiwassee, September 23rd. Big-time set scores for the Braves, and it's in the back line. Anna Hines was ready to call it out. Claflin now by 7, 21-14. Kill for Jordan Wallace. Libero Piper Murrells with the serve. Kiara Price in the back line.
It bounced right on that back line, but it still bounced on the line, so that counts as a point for UNC Pembroke.
Actually took it over to Claflin's side. It was a net violation called against the Braves, I do believe. Actually, I think they called Kiara Price on the attacking error, just the attack error. Over to Tankersley. Tapped high, joust, won by Ellie Hicks. Big joust win for the freshman for the point. We'll see Bailey Jones, Amber Tyndall coming back in this rotation. They will replace Miranda Kata and Kiara Price. Jones gets the spot as the server. Running into the set and turning it too wide. Jordan Wallace. You can see the frustration for Wallace when she's missing on these attacks.
You can definitely see it, because this is not something that Wallace is used to.
Jones sends it straight away at Dixon. Free ball push back left corner. Casey Bell going to add to her dig total. Bell up to 15 digs for the Braves. Set for Wallace, tap with the right hand. UNC Pembroke tipped it. Jones trying to set it over to Hicks. Over blocker, back right corner. Piper Murrells the dig. Again, near side. Casey Bell adds a second in the rally. Over to Tyndall. Over blocker, Murrells gets her second in the rally on the dig total. Back behind Hines goes Claflin. Jayla Roberts credited with the final put down. Claflin by 7, 2 points away from set number 3. Be their first step in what would have to be 3 unanswered sets tonight if they're to get the win. With the serve is Alexia Herring. Casey Bell. Middle back position, had the receive. Herring, a huge dig out on Tyndall's try. Hines this time gets to it. Tyndall over to Bell. Trying to get free ball back. That's the 4th contact against the Braves, counted. Set point for Claflin.
I think Claflin has a lot of set points to deal with here.
They'll have a shot for 7 set points. The Braves would have to get 8 straight points to extend set number 3. Seen some runs, not at 8-0 from UNC Pembroke though. Hicks on the attack, had it dug out. Tipped at the net, the Braves earned the 4th contact. It caught tape, not the block. There's 1 of the 8 the Braves need. Just chip away 1 at a time. Ellie Hicks again to serve. Hicks with the hop onto the serve. Braves are tooled, and the final kill of set number 3 is for Jordan Wallace. That wins the set for Claflin at 25-17. It was a mighty dominant set for the Panthers, especially down the stretch. They were able to put away the Braves without too much trouble. And a big story in that set, Joseph, was the side-out percentage. They kept the Braves, did Claflin, from putting together multiple points in a row.
Absolutely. I mean, Claflin really buckled down here in the 3rd set, and they prevented a real big scoring run by UNC Pembroke. And Claflin actually went on a couple of runs of their own, I believe.
We'll see. They are 3-2 in 5-set matches this year. The Braves 2-1. They're going to try to force a 5th set match. As we go to the 4th, next it's UNC Pembroke leading 2-1 here on the UNCP Sports Network.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
Students having a good time tonight. We go to the 4th set. UNC Pembroke leading 2-1 over Claflin. There's their season records. Trevor Williams, Joseph Thornton, our producer and director, Matt Sabatis with you at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court. Set number 3 was all about the Panthers. They've climbed back in. They will need the 4th to force set number 5. To set the floor for you, the Braves right now, Amber Tyndall along with April Tankersley, Ellie Hicks, and then Madeline Ashwell, Bailey Jones, Michaela Elliott, and the libero Casey Bell. Casey Bell will sub Michaela Elliott. Libero on the floor right away. Braves will own serve in set number 4 with Bailey Jones. Along the front for Claflin, they have Jordan Wallace, De'Ara Lewis, and Shania Risprez. Out back, Jai Piper Mules, Gabrielle Williams. And the final addition, Jayla Roberts, who just had the try along the outside. Casey Bell trying to keep it up, kill for Claflin, and they claim point number 1 in set 4. Shania Risprez with the kill to open the 4th set. Right away, no surprise, Alexia Herring to serve. A dart at Casey Bell. Bailey Jones back sets Tyndall on the slide, tries to go cross floor, and missed just wide.
I'll tell you what, this has been Alexia Herring serving that has really kept Claflin in this match.
Right now, 6 service aces for Claflin. Alexia's had 3 of the 6. Tankersley just able to touch it over the tape. Casey Bell back left, picks it out. Over to Hicks it goes. Tips 1, covered from behind by Gabrielle Williams. Back down to the floor it goes. The Braves take advantage of the too many contacts for Claflin.
And that was a big point because I know that the Braves didn't want to go down 3-0 in this 4th set. So that was a really big point there by the Braves.
Chance for them to climb right back in. Gabrielle Williams had the attack error. Jordan Wallace still too long. Braves even it up at 2 aside in the 4th. Wallace has had the strong swing. He's only converted on 5 of 16 tries. Make that 5 of 17 now with 4 errors. Hitting below 100. But trying to adjust in air. De'Ara Lewis adjusted too much. Wide of the antenna, out of play. Braves just like that grab a lead. 3-0 scoring run. Chance to build on it. Ellie Hicks serving again. Floats it to the back right. Wallace hit a blocker. Casey Bell tried to save it on a pancake to no avail. 3-3 we stand in the 4th. Braves in 4 sets this year are 0-3. 2-1 when they get to a 5th. A service error will put UNC Pembroke back in front. The seesaw tilts back the Braves' direction. Senior on the stripe to serve. 5 aces, 5 errors for the Braves. Wallace. More of a joust if you want to say. Elliott, another one pushed to Claflin's side. Jones sets up Elliott. A little miniature slide play from off the right shoulder of the center. Jones turns it. Surprise Claflin for a moment. One more punch. They got free to the Braves and a kill for Claflin. That's one that can grab some big momentum for the Panthers.
Absolutely. I mean, the Braves thought they had that one, but with those 3 clutch hits by Claflin, I mean, that was, wow.
Can credit that final up for De'Ara Lewis. What a punch with the left hand for Lewis. Moody in the middle trying to set it up, and they missed contact. The ball handling error, the double contact. Again, puts the Braves back ahead, 5-4. Neck and neck start to set number 4.
And see what number 8, Miranda Cater, brings to the table as she gets ready to serve for UNC Pembroke.
The freshman was a great server in high school. Gabrielle Williams off of Michaela Elliott and Madeline Ashwell. 5-all. De'Ara Lewis leading all attackers with 13 kills. 6 for Jordan Wallace now behind her, and Jayla Roberts also with 6. Kata for Elliott. And it's an attacking error. Unable to get the pass was Janiyah Rispres. Braves by 1, 6-5. So Anna Hines with the Braves leading by a point. Owns the service, goes at Jai Piper Mural. Big block. Ellie Hicks, Michaela Elliott combining to send away Gabrielle Williams.
What a big point there by the Braves.
A part of 7 blocks, Michaela Elliott. Now part of 8 blocks, rather. Gets a lot of block assists. We said second best blocker in the Peach Belt Conference. Underneath the center line of the net, Gabrielle Williams. 4th contact called as well. Take your pick.
Yeah, see, I was pretty sure I saw a couple of contacts there.
The Braves are also arguing Williams slid underneath that net, cross out line on the Braves side of the floor. Anyway you slice it, should have been the Pembroke point. Now they have the 3-point advantage. Hicks tries a light tip, stays on the Braves side, and that's 4th contact against UNC Pembroke. So both sides a little bit of trouble on their last couple attacks. Disjointed, Jessie Dixon will take the serve. Students getting into it behind Dixon, and Dixon works it in for the service ace. Jessie Dixon, her 2nd ace of the night. Casey Bell has the receive. Kiara Price tries to paw it long. Blockers there. Jayla Roberts had the try. 2nd effort turned by Jewel Moody for the point. Jewel Moody came in with 27 kills on the season. That was Moody's first tonight. Set goes left side, in between the wickets of a couple blockers, Jayla Roberts. Right now, both sides have had their own runs. Claflin a 4-0 scoring run after Pembroke put together 3 straight points. Kata up for Elliott, off of Moody. Michaela Elliott not phased going up against the 6'3 blocker 1v1.
Yeah, the ref was kind of pointing the wrong way there.
You can feel the intensity in set number 4. Braves do not want to let this go to a 5th. Ellie Hicks uses Moody for the point, got the left hand of the blocker, allowing it to roll down the tape.
Huge point there by the Braves.
Elliott floats the serve for Moody over the blockers, just over the attack line. Moody hardly having to leave the floor to get up and send that light tap over the Braves front line. 10-10. Even battle in the 4th set. This looking like what we saw in the first when it went 26-24. Kiara Price cashes in. Kiara Price, kill number 38 on the year. 96 kills a year ago. A sophomore right side hitter, part of this 12-member underclass for the Braves that we mentioned. Bailey Jones serving. A tough set, overpassed. Ellie Hicks puts it right back down for the Braves. 2-point lead.
Ellie Hicks has had a lot of playing time tonight, and she's capitalized because she's been on just about all of UNCP's blocks here tonight.
So your eyes light up. The overpass for Hicks, now the ace for the Braves. Bailey Jones making that presence felt. We talked about her in the open, coming off 7 missed matches due to injury, and was back against Francis Marion. Been great both at the service stripe and setting up some of these Brave attacks this evening. Jayla Roberts got it dug out by Casey Bell. Another big dig for Casey, 18 on the night. Kept on the Brave side, and the point for Claflin. A fantastic battle in set number 4. That put an end to a 3-0 Braves run. with the dig count up to 18 for Casey Bell. She is 86 from 1,000. That's in a shorter UNC Pembroke career as well. 3 seasons, really 2 as a mainstay before this year, and tipped over to the Braves side for the point. Claflin within 1.
Once again, it's Alexia Herring keeping Claflin here in this set.
Shania Rispress had the last kill, referring to Herring's serving ability tonight. 3 aces. Ellie Hicks was the baited player. April Tankersley from close to the center, Bailey Jones. Beautifully set up for the freshman.
Very beautiful setup by the Braves there. We'll see if they can keep this streak going.
That's what you're able to use Hicks as a decoy with the 4 kills on the right side. They went back to Tankersley near the middle for Tankersley's 3rd kill. Straight away running right down the pipe, Jordan Wallace got the touch. Stays tight. Braves have had 4 of the last 7 points. Jones for Ashwell. Over a couple, Piper Murals had the dig out. Opposite side. A chance in for De'Ara Lewis. Ellie Hicks covered it up behind. Right back down the pipe again. The kill that time for Shania Rispress. 14 all. Make that Jordan Wallace, not Shania Rispress. Either way, that pipe has been their last couple tries for Claflin. Braves points. Amber Tyndall make it 15-14 UNC Pembroke. Surprise that back row.
Oh yeah, that was a really big point about the Braves. And yes, that back row was very surprised because they didn't think a ball was going to be heading their direction.
Tyndall came in, team leader, kills per set at 205. Now a block, solo block for Amber Tyndall. Rising up and packing up De'Ara Lewis. Beautiful blocking. Braves have an 11-6 lead on the block. Trying to get to another one, but tooled by De'Ara Lewis. Lewis certainly has been impressive. 14 kills for the graduate senior. Bell on the receive, back set Tyndall, blocked down. Up for Lewis and Moody. And we're back to even. No other way you'd have it, set number 4. Back and forth it goes.
Back and forth, back and forth. That's all it's been here in the 4th set.
16 all, race to 9 for the 2 sides. Serve from Jordan Wallace. Michaela Elliott just off to the right side of Wallace. And Elliott saw that room in the back corner. Heady play by the sophomore. Miranda Cada, chance to come up big for the Braves. Cada on the stripe, no aces tonight. 6 for the Braves as a team. Williams' try was tipped. Michaela Elliott, you bet. One more kill for Elliott. Instead the last 2 here for the Braves, get him a 2-point lead. I like those back-to-back efforts. Now the team leader with 10 kills. It trades back to Gabrielle Williams for Claflin. That was a very important point for Claflin. Instead of being down 3 within 1 and owning serve for De'Ara Lewis. Elliott on the slide, tools up Roberts. Michaela Elliott, the hitting percentage has been really good as well for her.
Wow, she's hit .400. Actually made that .429 for the night now, so that's really impressive.
Just 2 errors on 21 attempts, 11 kills. Braves have spread out the attacks about as perfectly as you can. Falls to their side of the floor. The tip over by Claflin. to keep them within a point. We talk about the spread out attack, 21 attempts for Elliott, 22 for Ashwell, 20 for Tyndall, 22 for Hicks. Take your pick of those 4. They have been set up very well for the most part by Bailey Jones, but Miranda Queta into set as well. Right now is the setter for the Braves. Jesse Dixon has serve. Queta sets Elliott down the pipe. Braves another big point and a 2-point lead.
Wow, wow, wow. What an awesome kill by Michaela Elliott. That's her 12th of the night.
Elliott up to hitting .455. Elliott approaching the season high in kills for her. It was at 13. It's wide on the near side. Braves take a 21-18 lead. You wonder if a timeout will be thought about by Mary Rotimi, and here she does call it. So Claflin will talk about this 21-18. Braves right now are running, and like we saw down the end of set number 1, a big part of that is Michaela Elliott.
A very big part of that is Michaela Elliott. I mean, Michaela she's been leading and blocking just about this whole night. I mean, every time UNCP has gone up for a block, Michaela Elliott has been there. And I'm sure that Coach Ellen McGill and also the assistant coach, Katie Roofer, I'm sure that they are really impressed with Michaela's blocking skills tonight.
Setting close to a high in kills of a 3-set match. We got to start talking about a 4-set match. On the season, 17 kills is the high for Michaela Elliott. That was against Mount Olive in a match that went to 5 sets. The Braves a chance to clean it up in 4 tonight against Claflin. And the bench, the energy, you can just see it's different for UNC Pembroke tonight. A big part of that, I'm sure, the 2-set wins out of the gates to build the confidence.
Absolutely. I mean, it's always best for a volleyball team to win the first 2 sets. And then, now whenever it does happen, you can expect the team to just be on fire for the rest of the match.
Yep, they have had that kind of momentum tonight, the Braves have, to have the energy and the ability to really believe. This bunch, their motto around the team is to trust the process, rebuilding Ellen McGill and Katie Roofer, this UNC Pembroke program, a chance for 4th win of the year tonight. Set goes from pin to pin, tooled up the Braves. Jayla Roberts gets credit for the kill, her 8th. Evens up with Jordan Wallace and gets the important side out back for Claflin. Jai Piper Murals. Anna Hines, pretty well placed pass to Queta. Touch back to the Braves. Up in the net. Kiara Price was just able to touch it. Tankersley had it just loft over the fingertips. Price off the shoulder of a blocker. Braves point, big kill for Kiara Price.
Really big kill for Kiara Price, and you can tell that she really wanted that one.
The sophomore, an important kill. You see Anna Hines, Casey Beltaki, and now Bailey Jones will head in to take the serve. By 3, the Braves lead in 3. The amount of points they need to win the match tonight. 2-1 advantage. The setup for Wallace, a miss hit. 2 points all the Braves need now. They won the first set 26-24 and the second 25-18. Claflin, an 8-point win in the third, 25-17. Now the Braves by 4 in the 4th. Set up, goes outside, blocked back by the Braves. Tyndall and Tankersley make it match point for UNC Pembroke.
That's going to be a really big match point for the Braves, really big.
By 5 points right now in the 4th. Claflin will need 5 unanswered. Serve from Bailey Jones, the junior. They set up. Blockers there. Casey Bell covers once. Jones back sets Tyndall off the blockers, and the Braves win it 3-1 tonight over Claflin. Finish the match on a 4-0 scoring run. And outside of that 3rd set, the offense very good in the 4th. A .259 hitting percentage, and the Braves win it by 6 in the 4th set. The fans going to go home happy tonight from Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court.
Absolutely, and the Braves also, this is their first 4-set win here this year, so you better believe that's going to feel really good for the Braves.
They were previously 0-3 in 4 sets. Nice win for Ellen McGill and her Braves. You see them high-fiving it out there. 3-1. They take down the Claflin Panthers. Claflin will go to 4-10 on the year. UNCP to 4-14, and that is home win number 3 for the Braves. They get back to 500 at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court at 3-3. We'll take a timeout, come back with a quick post-game show after this here on the UNCP Sports Network.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made this vacation happen.
Double points with every purchase?
Cleverly merging promotions.
Love it.
Cross-referencing travel sites. And booking all your flights with those...
Vouchers. I got us bumped.
They were like, oh. But now they're like... Aloha. You aced this vacation. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Braves win it tonight 3-1 over the Claflin Panthers. Trevor Williams, Joseph Thornton, our director, Matt Sabatis with you tonight at Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court. Joseph, before we read off the final stats, just your thoughts tonight. An exciting match for the Braves, a chance to now build momentum into half number 2 of the season.
A very exciting match. I mean, this matchup alone saw a whole bunch of scoring runs by UNCP, and we kind of saw a really big scoring runs by Claflin too, but in the end, it was the Braves to pull off a huge 4-set victory, their first 4-set win of the season. So you better believe this is going to feel really good for the Braves.
Yep, Claflin's a big-time fight in set number 1 as well as set number 4, set number 3 rather, their lone winning set. But the Braves took the first, second, and fourth to win it tonight, 3-1. A couple of the notables: Michaela Elliott, of course, 12 kills, hit .455. A very good night, involved in 8 blocks, 14 kills. For De'Ara Lewis on the other side, hit .219 to lead the attack for Claflin. You look at the dig total for Casey Bell. We're going to be watching that intently down the stretch of this season. Came in 104 away from 1,000, added 20 tonight, just over that 5, or right at that 5% mark that has her near the top of the national ranks. She is now 84 away from 1,000, as we said. Madeline Ashwell, 7 kills, 5 for Amber Tyndall, 4 for Ellie Hicks, 3 each for April Tankersley and Kiara Price, along with 1 apiece for Bailey Jones and Casey Bell. So the Braves tonight win it 3-1. So glad you could join us on the UNCP Sports Network. For Joseph Thornton and our director, Matt Sabatis, along with the rest of our great crew here from Lumbee Guarantee Bank Court, this is Trevor Williams wishing you a pleasant evening on the UNCP Sports Network.